All right, today is Wednesday, January 8th, 2025, and I think it's still early enough to talk about New Year's resolution and goals for the year. We're not that far into January that it's a cliche or whatever to talk about it. So let me share with you some of my goals and thoughts for the new year, and we'll come back and take a look at the end of the year to see how I'm doing. And if you're watching and notice that I'm not following through on some of these goals, feel free to call me out in the videos, just write in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond. So let's get right into it. Cheers. By the way, this is non-alcoholic Schoof beer from Belgium. I am doing dry January, so this really isn't beer, but in case you're wondering, it's dry January for me. So what's the first goal for this year? First goal is to try to be a bit healthier. I think everybody says that, but how many of us actually do it? Who knows, right? Friday, in 2 days' time, the second Friday of the month, is usually known as Quitter's Day, where people quit the gym or quit whatever they try to do for the new year. And I'm not going to set myself such a lofty goal as something very specific, but I'm just going to say, be healthier this year. And if that means, drinking a little less alcohol, because I have quite the booze collection. I mean, whatever, 360 plus bottles of scotch and other whiskeys, plenty of wines and beers in the house. Doing a dry January is a great thing, and it's a good first step. But being healthy, or healthier, I should say, is a goal of mine. Another goal for 2025 is on the financial side of things to stick to my plan. So I have a plan. Last year, I deviated from it big time, and I paid a pretty huge price. We're talking multiple six figures, but it is what it is. So this year, I am not going to do anything in regards to the plan, which means that, my plan says I should be rebalancing, in late Q1. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to just stick with it and do nothing for the rest of the year, except move new contributions in. But last year I got too fancy with my investments, and it didn't work out. It definitely did not. So stick to my plan. That's goal number 2. Goal number 3 is to increase my channel on YouTube by a significant amount. Right now I have some 2,500 subscribers. Thank you very much for those of you that are watching. But I'm going to make a concerted effort to bump that up by a significant margin. I'm not going to become a full-time YouTube subscriber, but I think it can become a significant source of revenue and another income stream for me. And that's thanks to all of you that are watching and not skipping the ads. But that's one of my big goals for this year. I'm going to put out more content that's just me sitting and talking to the camera. Short form videos, but just about a lot of different topics, not just financial related stuff that I've been doing, but what I'm thinking in my personal life, because I am 50 this year. It's a milestone, and I'm preparing for things down the road that I do want to get into in some deeper detail. And I think that as a normal person going through these things, sometimes making mistakes big and small, I think it's valuable to just kind of share it with everybody. And hopefully, I'm not just sitting in front of my whiskey collection here, but I'll move around the house and property and do it elsewhere as well, so that you can get different sceneries. But I'm just going to put out more content that I can do on just one take and try to increase my viewership. There's a guy that I follow, his name's Joe, and he doesn't have a huge subscriber base. I think I can get to the level he's at, but he gets something like 50,000 a year from YouTube videos. And all he does is he makes videos on his phone. He doesn't edit them, just one take, no crew, no staff, and he's doing pretty well, right? I don't need to be Mr. Beast or anything like that, but it would be nice to have another income stream that I can have coming in just from sharing my experience. So that's a goal of mine. So let's see what happens. Just so you guys are aware, and those of you that are interested, the revenue I get from the channel currently with about 2,500 subscribers is not bad. I think it's about $40 a month, right? So that works out to be a little less than 500 a year. Joe's at 50 grand, right? He's 100 times more than me. So let's see if we can increase the channel by doing a little more of what I'm already doing. So that's goal number 3. Number 4 is to try to be a better partner to my girlfriend. I think that due to my nature, and some of it may or may not come through in the videos, but I'm just going to be open and honest here. It can be tough in a relationship because I tend to be very literal. I speak my mind. I think some of that is part of this journey that I'm on, and why I'm all into this, financial independence and all that, is because I think when you're financially independent, you really can speak your mind. Not that that has stopped me before. I pretty much always speak what's on my mind, for better or for worse. And sometimes, maybe the best thing I can do is just keep my mouth shut. But I just can't help myself. I think, that goes towards why I pursue financial independence and why that gives me a lot of freedom, right? I can do what I want and not take a lot of crap. But on the flip side, in my personal relationship, that can be a detriment, because sometimes I say things that I don't intend, in the sense that I don't want to hurt the person I'm saying it to, but because I am so direct and forward and just saying it the way I hear it in my head, I'm really not considering how the other person may hear it. So that's goal number 4. Just try to be a better person generally, but better in my personal relationship. And the last goal is just not to take life too seriously. I think a lot of times what I see when I go through life is that people do let things affect them more than they should. It's easy to say from my vantage point. I don't know, what they're going through and whatnot. But a lot of times what I see is that people let the smallest thing get to them. It doesn't mean that they don't get to me. What it does mean is that I let it pass really quickly, and I definitely do not dwell on it. I don't try to bring it up again. I don't let it bother me. But what I have noticed is that for a lot of people, they really take it to heart, and it bugs them, and it bugs them for a long, long time, and they hold on to it. And it's kind of like an anchor. It weighs you down mentally, physically, and all that. And I think we would all be better off if we just don't take life as seriously. It's serious enough on its own, but if you add to it by making mountains out of molehill, it's not helpful, right? So that's my last goal. And I think that I have a good shot at achieving, all of these goals that I laid out. They're achievable. So there you go. In any case, you're going to see a lot more of me in 2024. Hopefully that's not going to turn off some viewers, but if it does, I apologize in advance. But I do thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. See you later.